1:50. And I am getting on a ferry this morning to go to Antiparos. For those of you who know the Greek ferries, you're thinking, Tiffany, you can't go from Piraeus to Antiparos. So I'm going to Paros first, for those of you who don't know, and then I will be going to Antiparos. I have not been to Antiparos before. I'm excited. I like visiting new islands, and this one is especially intriguing because this is where Tom Hanks has chosen to build a house and come in the summer. So I want to see what makes it so amazing that he is willing to do that. And everybody's had amazing things to say about it when I say where I'm going. And I'm trying to hit some of these smaller islands. All right, I have made it to Paros, and now I need to make my way to Antiparos. There are two ways to get there. You can take the ferry from here, which runs about every hour, and there's one, it looks like, waiting probably for this ferry to leave. The other option is to take the bus to the Port of Punda and then take the ferry from there. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I've never done this before, so I kind of want to do it this way so we see how it is, and then maybe on the way back I'll take the other one. It's a very short walk from the port to the bus stop. It takes about 2 minutes. And you can buy your tickets right there in that little house right there, ticket office with the little yellow top. And to go to Punda Port, she told me it's bus number 4. I think it just pulled in. And she said 10 minutes that it would leave, so perfect timing. And then hopefully there'll be a ferry waiting there when I get there. And this is the ferry to Antiparos, and you just walk on and buy your ticket. I believe it's 150, but I will confirm if it's different. Okay, I have made it on to the ferry from Paros to Antiparos in Punda. And I just want to say, so this is really good that it's here. So this is the exact same boat as that I'm on. And if you have luggage, you have to carry it up yourself. So something you need to be prepared for. I didn't ask if there was a place that I could put it down here maybe, because no one else was doing it. Now, maybe it's possible, but my bag is very light because I'm only here for a few days. But I am opting not to go all the way to the top because I have all my bags with me, and it is open. So it's quite windy today. I don't think that even took 10 minutes to get across, so I don't even know if it was worth going upstairs. Anyway, here, and now I'm going to walk to my hotel because my hotel is in town. And this is the view from outside my room. My room doesn't have a balcony per se, but it has all of this open space. And I do have my own little designated table, which is that one there. The room is tiny, but you know what? It's clean and there's air conditioning. And can you ask for a better location? Absolutely not. Okay, I had a little late breakfast. I had an omelet just in my hotel. I didn't go out because I was really tired from getting up at 4:45 in the morning. So then I had a little cheeky nap. And now I am walking to a beach past the port. There are lots of beaches in town, so it's just a matter of deciding which one. For a second I thought I was gonna have to walk along the road to the beach, but it looks like there's a path along the water, so I don't have to walk down the road, because that is the road and there's no sidewalk, which is pretty typical in Greece. But I've kind of failed a little bit already. I think I'm just a little bit tired. I didn't bring a water bottle. I didn't bring my sunscreen. So I probably won't stay very long because I didn't prepare very well. I at least brought my beach towel because sometimes I fail to bring that. I had to walk a little bit down the beach, but I found an empty spot under a tree, so not so bad. And of course it's not as hot as it was during the heat wave, so it doesn't really bother me so much that I don't have my water. I just won't stay as long, and then I'll just go back and have dinner and see what else the day brings. Gotten myself cleaned up, and then now I'm going to walk through the main part of the town where there are all these shops, and then make my way to the Castro, which isn't much of a castle from my understanding anymore, but it's where it was, and this road leads right to it. Lots of really cool different kinds of shops here. I like this nice little wide road, and there are no cars, which is always a thing that I love. So people still live in the Castro, and it looks like they're doing some archaeological work at the top, and you're not allowed to go in, which is unfortunate for us, but good for that. But it's really great. So obviously this section needs some work, but I think what's interesting is that there was obviously a tree here at one point, and it's like breaking the wall apart. It's very beautiful though. All right, looks like this is part of it here. Definitely has the ancient walls look going on in it. I'm not going to go too far inside because the signs on the other side said that it was dangerous, because it's very clear to me that this has not been maintained very well, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, there's the big sign that says don't go in there. Oh, you can see some of the wall through here. Very interesting. The cats are in there, and there's a big hole in the ground down there. All right, if you come all the way around the back, you get a really good view. Granted, it's through a fence, but you can see the circular structure of it. And what I think is interesting is the hole in the ground is actually a lower wall, it looks like. Now, I don't know if that's a barrier wall or if that's more part of the actual castle. And this was like the higher point, and we are now this high above where the land used to be. Probably not too likely because, you know, it's an island, so I can't imagine that much has built up over time. So it must be part of the inside. I know it's really hard to tell. Okay, I completely missed the sign as I was walking in because I was looking at the other sign saying that I couldn't go into it. So it kind of gives a brief history. Venetian rule between the 13th and 16th century, and the foundation dates to the mid-15th century. It is still in its original form, and everything you see inside is pretty original. Obviously, they've maintained it over the years because it would just fall down otherwise. They have added a water tank that is in the keep that we saw in the center. I decided to walk the other side of the main road, and it's all these little houses, and they're really cute, and it's super quiet back here. And this is August, the busiest week in Greece, and it's like this. I'm loving Antiparos. So I thought I was walking down the parallel road, but I wasn't. I was actually walking out of town. So I turned around and came back, which is fine. That's why I do these things, because I actually enjoy kind of getting lost. I wouldn't have gone down that road if I had known I was going the wrong direction, and it was really beautiful. I really wanted to have some traditional Greek food, but the place that I really wanted to go to just wasn't really busy yet, and I'm sure the food is great. It's got great reviews everywhere, but I wanted a little more of an atmosphere, so I decided to come to this place, which is also recommended, that's closer to my hotel, and I can kind of watch the people at the port. Well, that looks good. I also love the wall of Parmesan cheese that I have here. It's pretty good. I'm very impressed. I think it's really nice. I always love mushroom risotto though, so. And who doesn't love a wall of Parmesan? I'm walking to the other side of the island now after dinner to try to catch the sunset, because obviously Antiparos faces Paros, which is not west, but it's a short walk to the other side of the island, and as you can see, it's started. The sunset's in about 10 minutes. I may miss the actual sunset, but If you've watched me for any length of time, then you know that the sunset gets better after it goes down. Everyone is down here doing the same thing. It's like the Ia of Antiparos. Although this is the most people I've seen all day, because even at the beach earlier today, it wasn't that crowded. Like, all of those people over there, that's a lot of people. I can see why though. It's already beautiful, and usually it's okay and then it gets way better, but this is amazing. Okay, the color thing may not happen because of the clouds that are there. Sometimes when there's low clouds, although I don't know if that's clouds, that might just be haze because it's very humid today, it may not happen. I decided to wait it out anyway, and yes, it did get amazing. So now I can go have a drink. Welcome to another windy day here in Antiparos. Today I'm going to the cave of Antiparos. It is home to one of the oldest stalactites, I believe, in Europe. I can't remember if it's stalactites or stalagmites. I can never remember. So the bus to everything is right next to the ferry terminal, so that's super convenient. I'm really glad I didn't drive because the drive up to the cave was quite steep. Look at that beach down there though, that looks beautiful. Okay, this is the entrance of the cave, as you can see, and it's quite deep, and I kind of knew that before I came, so I'm gonna see how far I can go. Sometimes my asthma prevents me from doing as much as I would like, so let's see how this goes. And there's a little church in here as well. The one nice thing is it's nice and cool in here, so if you need an escape from the heat, this is the place to come. Okay, you can kind of see how deep it goes. And apparently it branches off into two different sections at one point, so we'll see how far I get. People who are huffing and puffing on their way back, so I'm not sure how far I will make it. This is where it splits, and you can go down or you can go over there, and I believe that's where the stalactite is. I'm not gonna go all the way down because my vertigo hit me. And also, I don't need to have an asthma attack in a cave, so I'm just gonna see the cool things and take a few photos. The great thing about this is you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom to see the huge stalactite, because that's it right there. They estimate it to be 45 million years old. Peloria Kentriki Colonna. Okay, I can say that. But this is an amazing thing to see. So that's the beauty of it. You don't need to go all the way to the bottom unless you're so inclined, or you need a leg workout today. That is one of the coolest things I think I've ever done here in Greece. So a couple of things that I want to mention. If you have asthma, don't go all the way down. In fact, the signs say you're not allowed to come in at all, but obviously that's up to your discretion. Wear good shoes. I see people wearing flip-flops to do this, and yes, it's just paved the whole way down, but the stairs are a little bit wet, and so are the handrails, because it's humid in there. It's very humid in there. If you're claustrophobic, you may not want to do it. There are some very narrow parts on the stairs, which it's one person can go by at a time, so something to just keep in mind. Hopefully I gave you a little bit of perspective on that. If you're thinking about coming, you can decide for yourself. Today I'm down at St. George Beach here at the end, the southern end of Antiparos, and behind me is Despotiko. There is a temple on the island. I'm not going over there today. I was thinking about going, but when I got here and I asked them about the cruise, it's not just like they take you over, you stay for an hour and you come back. It's like an all day, not all day, but it comes back at like 3:30. and I don't really want to be out all day on a boat for that long today. According to the sign, the temple is built to the god Apollo. There seems to be a lot of that here. And there are also some buildings to Artemis, I believe. And they say that there are excavated 22 buildings since 1997. So it was more than just a temple. It was kind of like a small city. Okay, so far I think this is the nicest beach that I've been to here in Antiparos. There's good water for swimming, the beach is really clean, and there are some services. I did get an umbrella and I ordered a Coke, and I think you can get food as well, because there are some restaurants over that way. Morning. It's the next day. Today I've decided I'm going to take the ferry that goes directly to the main port in Paros, Parikia, just because I figured why not. I don't have to figure out the bus on the other end, and then I can just go directly to my hotel in Paros. So let's see how this goes. The trip is supposed to take about 30 minutes and it's €7. This is it. The nice thing about this is there is space for your luggage, and they took it from me right when I came in. I still haven't bought a ticket yet, so fingers crossed.